level, please give it up for Attorney General Tish James. My body, my choice, my body. My body, my choice. 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 Listen, I am the Attorney General of the state of New York, but I love a good rally. So this is a call to action. This is a 5-alarm fire, my friends. This is a time to act, and this is not the time to be silent, because silence is the enemy right now. So we've got to be angry, but we've got to take that action, take that emotion and turn it into action. Because right now, we stand at a critical juncture. We stand together on the front lines of one of the greatest fights that we will ever have. And my question to all of you is, are you with me? It's a fight that's going to take all of us to win. And I'm here to say, we will not go backwards. We will not go back into those days when we used wire hangers. Not now, not ever. The right to control our bodies is a fundamental right enshrined in the 14th Amendment. And if they go after this right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? That fundamental right is the reason why individuals can marry who they want. It's the reason why the members of the trans community can play games and can go to the bathroom of their choice. It's the reason why black and white and Latino and Asian people can marry in between their races. They can marry whoever they love. And it's the reason why members of the LGBT community have rights. And so it's important that all of us recognize this fundamental right, the 14th Amendment, that fundamental right. And so I will not allow Justice Alito or any other judge on the Supreme Court to dictate to me or to you how to use your body. I will not allow Justice Alito to dictate to me my future, my destiny. It is not in the hands of the United States Supreme Court. It's in our hands. And ladies and gentlemen, and for all of those who are on the fence, please understand that there are laws in 26 states that will criminalize reproductive freedom. Laws that will deputize private citizens to take action. Laws that provide no exception for rape and incest. And so, my question to you is, are you going to allow that?
No!
My body.
My choice!
My body.
My choice!
So we need to organize, and we need to be mobilized, because every person in this nation should have the freedom to control their own body and their own health care. And Republicans cannot talk about freedom on one hand and then take away our freedom in the very same sentence.
That's right.
And who will be hurt the most is people who look like me, poor people and people of color. who don't have funds to travel from state to state to state.
Say it.
But I want individuals to know in those red, deep red states that New York is here for you as well. New York is a place that serves as a beacon for the nation. And it's enshrined in our Constitution, and we're lucky. But we've got to think about all of those sisters in all of those red states where they want to strip away their rights, where they want to criminalize their conduct, where they want to take away their freedom, where they want to dictate their future. And I say, hell no! Because as long as one person lacks freedom, then all of us lack freedom. Are you with me? Are you with me? It is a fundamental right, and don't get it twisted, even though the United States Supreme Court may get it wrong. And that reality, my friends, is truer and truer. But the reality is we've got the power. We've got the power because women across this nation, regardless of your political affiliation, we represent the muscle in this nation. And when women exercise that weapon, when women exercise that muscle, when they strengthen it, when they enlarge it, there's nothing that can be defeated in this nation if women stand together, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, with no space between us. Yes! It's the legacy of Ruth. There's a reason why we are here. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And we've got to remember that legacy and that history. And so, New York will establish a fund for a procedure that will pay a fund that will establish funds for individuals who wanted to come to New York for a procedure. And we will cover other expenses for getting here as well. Because New York will always provide access in the state of New York to anyone, a place where people are free. And I want all of you to know, as a former city council member many moons ago, I came to this issue in a very personal way. I was in this place. I was just elected. And I was faced with the decision whether to have an abortion or not. And I chose to have an abortion. I walked proudly into Planned Parenthood. And I make no apologies to anyone. To no one. And all of you also know that I am a woman of faith. I go to church. But my God teaches me all about love and acceptance. And my God teaches me about privacy. And my God says that you've got to make the best decision for your body and your life. So I make no apologies to no one. None. And that's why, as the Attorney General, I fought for this right, and we've won this right, and I stand with you and will stand with you always. It's our right under the law. And the issue that we are confronting is old and is as human society, because none of us can take this alone. And on days like this, it's so important to remember that we, women, we are the majority. And most women and most people believe in the right to choose. Let me say that again. Don't get it twisted. The majority of Americans believe in the right to choose. That's why we're urging the United States Senate to pass the law to protect this right. And to support candidates who are pro-choice. And that's why it's so important, my friends, to elect Democratic attorney generals who get it. So I want to conclude with the words of a young woman from Texas, home of some of the most regressive and harmful anti-choice laws. Her name is Paxton Smith, and she was a valedictorian of her high school last year. And she defied her school's administration to speak out against her graduation. And Paxton said, "I have dreams, I have hopes and ambitions. Every girl here does. We spent our whole lives working towards our future. And without our consent or input, without our control over our futures have been stripped away from us. People like Paxton in Texas, that's who we're fighting for. Little girls like that. People like Paxton are why we will never, ever give up. You better believe that I'm going to continue to fight with all of you. And you better believe that we need to stand up against those right-wing ideologues and let them know it's our body and our choice. And it's important that we continue with these types of actions until that decision comes out. And I want you to know that we can turn it around. And if we can't turn around the United States Supreme Court, let us turn around this country. Let us vote. Let us vote. Let us vote. And let our voices be heard. And let people know that New York is an access state. Yes. And that New York is a beacon of hope. Yes. And that reproductive rights is a fundamental freedom that we will not allow for the United States Supreme Court to trample on. My body, my choice.
We're just going to remind folks that after you speak to please exit the stage from the left and please move back so we have some space. And then now we're going to introduce the next speaker. Thank you. Tish James, everybody!
More of that, please. More of that, America. Yes. More of that. I also want to remind people that if we don't say the word abortion, we cannot defend it. Talking euphemisms. We absolutely want to say today, abortion is a moral choice. It is an ethical choice. It is your choice. There are no good abortions. There are no bad abortions. There is only the abortion you need.
Yes.
That's right. Full stop. No caveats. That's it. I'm so thrilled to bring up our next speaker, who is a member of the New York State Nurses Association. Please welcome Nurse Sarah Dowd!
Yes! How you doing? My name's Sarah Dowd. Like she said, I'm a nurse practitioner at Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn. Yes! I'm a proud member of the New York State Nurses Association, New York's largest union for nurses. And I'm also a proud member of the Democratic Socialists of America League.
Yes!
Yes! As I'm sure you can see, I'm also very soon to be a mother.
Yes!
First time. My hope for this child is that she can grow up in a place where a politician does not determine what medical care she has access to.
Yes! Yes!
But But those of us that have been in this struggle, those of us that have seen the horrors of the American healthcare system, know that this is not just a fight over rights. The same powers that would revoke the right to abortion are in bed with the very people that make getting a perfectly legal abortion difficult for working class and poor women in the first place.
Yes!
That's why this is not just a fight for rights. This is a fight against the economic abuses the working class has been subjected to by a wealthy few since the inception of this country. Employer-based healthcare ties reproductive health care access to the workplace in a way that guarantees the bosses still have power over us despite having the legal right to abortion.
Yes!
A right that's now under threat.
Yes!
What is the answer? Somebody already knows the answer.
New York Health Act!
The answer is not just that politicians do not get to decide when and where I have the right to access health care. When and where I get the right to have access to an abortion. The answer is not just that nonprofits fill the profound gaps in access to abortion where they exist. The answer is healthcare for all. Complete healthcare for all. Regardless if you're getting an abortion or having a baby. Regardless if you're part-time, full-time, or completely unemployed. Regardless of your socioeconomic status or the color of your skin.
I'm also meeting with clinic escorts that
I'm proud to see you all out here in the streets today fighting for what we deserve, especially my union brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. We have the power. We have the power in the streets. We have the power at work. And when we fight, we win.
I'm ready to teach y'all another chant. Do we want another chant? Okay, so this is another call and response. So we say when repo rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Oh, y'all know this one. Oh, all right. When repo rights are under attack? Okay, call and response, y'all. When repo rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Repo rights are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
I can't hear y'all. It don't sound like you want your reproductive freedom. So like I said, when repo rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Oh. A little bit. Yeah, Brittany's gonna introduce.
All right, so I am so honored to live in a city, in a state that is deeply supportive and protective of abortion rights. As a reproductive justice activist, it means so much to be able to partner with our state and local officials when we're talking about abortion. We do not, I don't take for granted that we are in a place where we can say abortion, where in our city policies you say abortion, where our city agencies say abortion.
Yes! Yes!
So I'm honored to bring to the stage New York City Council Speaker Adrienne Adams.
Yes! Yes!
First Deputy Mayor of the City of New York, Lorraine Grillo.
Yes!
And Kathy Garcia speaking on behalf of Governor Kathy Hochul. Hello, New York. I'm Catherine Garcia here for Governor Hochul, and I went to bed last night shocked that we actually are going to have to get up today and fight again. I feel like I have been marching for something that should be a right for every woman, the right to have an abortion, since I was a teenager. And that in my lifetime, I would not have to be still fighting for my reproductive rights, but now fighting for my daughter's reproductive rights. for her right to make choices about her future, about her right to get the medical care she needs, and have no one get to tell her what to do. And over the last 50 years of Roe v. Wade, we've actually seen many other countries give more access to abortion, give more reproductive health rights. And what we've seen in the United States of America is it rolling back and creeping back. But I am telling you that in the state of New York, we are going in the opposite direction.
Yes!
We welcome people to the state of New York to make sure they have access to an abortion.
Yes!
We have realigned our clinical standards on abortion so that you have the proper care. We've made it so you can do it with telemedicine. We have made it so that we recently signed into law the right to have it in every single health care plan, including Medicaid, in the state of New York with no exception. And I stand here knowing that the power of everyone in this plaza, in this state, is going to stand up for women and stand up for individuals and ensure they have access to abortion or the health care and reproductive health care that they need. And so I am really excited to see the power of all of your voices and to be here with all of my colleagues from all levels of government, because it is when we stand together that we are able to actually achieve great things. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm going to ask Mayor Lorraine Grillo.
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you. New York City, can you hear me? Now make sure they hear you all over the U.S. And most importantly, make sure they hear you in Washington, D.C.
Yes!
My name is Lorraine Grillo, and I am the first deputy mayor. And I'm here to represent our Democratic mayor, Eric Adams, and all 4 of my deputy mayors. The right to choose is a fundamental right enshrined in law that was settled 50 years ago. I want to make it clear, New York City and New York State will always respect and honor the right to choose, the right to privacy, the right to abortion.
Mic check! Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
I understand we all got feelings. Yup. That's cool. Right? So I want to invite you, I'm a social worker, to keep those feelings, right? But what I would like to invite you to do is to listen when folks speak. I know you feel how you feel, but it's also not easy to get up here and talk about abortion.
Yes!
It requires extreme bravery, and you're going to feel how you feel, and that's cool. I feel how I feel too, so my request is that you let folks speak.
Yes!
Can we do that? Can we do that?
Yes!
I bet. I'm going to hold you to that.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm just going to say we must stand together. Right now, Roe v. Wade is still the law of the land. Abortion is still legal, and people should continue getting health care, making appointments, and getting the care they need. This is a crucial moment, and as the mother of 3 daughters and 1 granddaughter, I will not stand by while the rights my generation had are dismantled and carted away by conservatives and their enablers.
Yes! Yes!
Are we going to let them deprive us of our power?
No!
Hell no, 1,000 times no. But we're going to have to work hard, and we're going to have to work together and work the system. Are you ready?
Yes!
Ready to fight for the rights and freedom that every American deserves, regardless of gender, race, identity, or income, because we are the majority. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
As you can hear from my posse back here, we come council strong today. We come council strong representing the first majority women-led city council in the history of the state. And we want the hundreds of you, New Yorkers, who are standing up for the freedom of women, not just in New York, for the freedom of women across these United States of America, to know that we are not going to turn back the clock today. We're not turning it back today. We're not turning it back tomorrow. We're not turning it back next year for 9 individuals that think that they can control millions and millions of women across these United States. So as I stand here with my council members, we stand proud to represent women and the reproductive rights of all women in the United States. Councilmember Hudson, Councilmember Lewis, Councilmember Nurse, Councilmember Bonter, Councilmember Stevens, Councilmember Rivera, Councilmember Jose, Councilmember Russell, Councilmember Velasquez, Councilmember Williams, Councilmember Aguayo, Councilmember Joseph, Councilmember Evans, Councilmember Krishna. City Council, New York. It's a different city council where we have a woman in leadership and the men that get it. It's a different day for New York where we stand up in unity as one voice for one people, for the strength and the rights of all women in this great country. For we are already great. We didn't need anybody to take us back someplace else. We stand here and I stand here before you as a graduate of Spelman College and one who worked at Women's Health Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Standing as a 20-year-old advocate for women who demanded their rights, and advocates like myself who made sure that they had their rights, made sure that they had their medical information, and made sure that they had a hand to hold if they needed an abortion. And I tell you, as a 20-year-old student, I held the hand of classmates who had a choice. And their choice was over their own body. Their choice was as a woman, not as a man that did not understand the equipment that it took to get them there in the first place. I stood there representing low-income white women who had 5 and 6 children, who could not afford another mouth to feed and that were afraid to go back to the husband to tell them that they were pregnant. I stood there for all women, stood there, held a hand and felt like I'd gone through every last procedure with them because it's their body. It was their body, not a man's body, but it was the woman's body, and we protect a woman's right to choose. So we're here to tell those 9 individuals on the United States Supreme Court, you are just but 9. You are not the millions, and you are not the majority in this country who have a right to freedom, reproductive freedom of their own bodies, and you will not take them back. We refuse to go back to the days of the hangers, and I see one out there. We're not going back there, my sister. We're not going back there. We are not going back to doctors and crazy people that women would pay money to ruin their bodies, yes, and maybe even to kill them. We are not going back there to torture chambers. We are not going back. We are standing forward. So we are looking forward ever, backward never. We protect the rights of women. And looking at a deplorable turnback of Roe v. Wade, a disgraceful turnback of Roe v. Wade, something that will tell us as women that our bodies do not matter, whether or not we are abused, whether or not we are raped, whether or not we are trampled on. Our bodies do not matter. Well, we are here to stand up strong, New York, and the hundreds of you standing here before me, we will never go back. Justice Alito, if you're listening to us, we want you to hear us very, very clearly. You may be a Supreme Court justice, but we still are supreme over just us and just our bodies.
My body,
My choice.
my body,
My choice.
my body.
My choice.
I really cannot hear y'all, and that's wild to me. So I'm gonna say this again. My body,
My choice.
my body.
My choice.
I like that. When repo rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When repo rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
I love that. So I wouldn't be myself if I didn't acknowledge the feelings in the crowd, right? So we feel a way because we have a mayor that wants a police state. And hold on. When we talk about criminalizing abortion, who are the people that carry that out? The police, right? That's why we feel the way today. Am I wrong? Who goes and picks up the people who are getting abortions? Who arrests them? Who takes them to jail? Who intimidates them? All right now. So when we say abolition, it inherently means repo justice. So this is what we do. So not only do we deserve reproductive justice, but we deserve a mayor that is not trying to funnel all of our money into a police state. Period. So now I'm going to introduce you to your next speaker, a wonderful, wonderful advocate for reproductive justice, Alana. Can you come talk to us, please? My body.
My choice.
My body.
My choice.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
New York City, you look incredible today. Give it up for yourselves and give it up for our organizers. My name is Alana Pilar Castillo, and I'm with the New York Immigration Coalition. We're the country's oldest and largest immigrant rights coalition with over 200 members across the state. We've been fighting for more inclusion and more resources for immigrants and first-generation families from Rochester to Rockville Center, Syracuse to Staten Island. So if you're an immigrant, let me hear you. Our agenda fights against systems of white supremacy and oppression that reinforce a second-class citizenry based solely on where you were born. Patriarchy is another one of those systems, am I right? And patriarchy manifests itself in so many of our daily interactions, including this persistent will by some people in power to undermine our bodily autonomy. And since our phenomenal Attorney General kicked us off, I'm going to be vulnerable with y'all. When I was 22, I had an abortion. As so many people already said, it is important to name these experiences so we can destigmatize. So we can destigmatize what is an extraordinarily common procedure that people all over the globe deserve access to. If you've had an abortion or someone you know has had an abortion, please make some noise. An unwanted pregnancy as a young adult would have jeopardized my personal, professional, and financial independence. The decision to have an abortion was mine alone, without the interference of government and courts, and every single person deserves that right. I'm extremely proud to be a New Yorker, where New York has codified this right, but so many others will not have these protections according to this memo that was leaked. And too often, as has already been stated, it is low-income, black and brown people that are disadvantaged by these policies and already marginalized in so many ways, right? Because of race, because of their naturalization status, because of what language they speak, the list goes on and on. So I just want to reinforce today that the NYC is committed to reproductive justice, access to all healthcare services, and ensuring that these decisions, like my very own, are made by the individuals, their families, and medical professionals. Thank you for your solidarity. Thank you for your range. Thank you for speaking out. Thank you. We're going to keep it moving for the sake of time. Next, we have a phenomenal speaker from the National Latina Institute for Reproductive Justice, Elizabeth Estrada. How are y'all feeling today? ¿Les puedo hablar en español? Sí. ¿Cómo se sienten? Mal. Super mal. Are you pissed off? Mi nombre es Elizabeth Estrada, soy la gerente de abogacía y campo del Instituto Nacional de Latinos para la Justicia Reproductiva. Donde vivo y donde organizo. Soy una inmigrante de México y he tenido 2 abortos en mi vida. El aborto sigue legal en los Estados Unidos. El borrador de la Corte Suprema fue publicado anoche. El derecho a decidir por nuestros propios cuerpos sigue legal aquí. He señalado que está preparada para poner fin a la justicia reproductiva federalmente, impidiendo que las legislaturas estatales restrinjan el aborto. ¿Vamos a dejar que pase? Esto no es nuevo en las comunidades latinas. Me pongo a pensar en la historia de las puertorriqueñas que fueron esterilizadas en la isla. Me pongo a pensar a las personas robadas de África en el Caribe. Esos insultos a nuestra comunidad han sido existentes por décadas. No es nuevo para nosotros. El movimiento quizás a veces no se parece como esas personas negras, latinas, inmigrantes, pero son aquí para decirles que ese movimiento es de nosotros. Reconozco que hemos oído hablar de muchos políticos hoy, pero las pólizas no son la única solución que podemos traer adelante. ¿Cuántos de ustedes han hablado con sus seres queridos sobre por qué apoyan el aborto? Si ustedes apoyan el aborto y quieren despenalizar el aborto, tienen que hablar con sus seres queridos y decirles, orgullosamente yo apoyo el aborto. Ahora sí lo conocen.
Thanks. Thank you. Excuse me, sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, sir. Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Marilyn hurt her back again. She's been laid up. I mean, like really laid up.
Sorry, guys, I'm so sorry. Excuse me? Excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
For everyone who needs an abortion, and also trying to preserve the precedent that the Supreme Court already ruled on of liberty and reproductive rights and privacy rights.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
You guys so much. He like looked shocked, like he asked us after he said he was going. I hope he puts my like.
I hope that is for us.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
I keep kidding you.
Sorry. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Just, I will try to get over there. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Can I, even with a press pass? No? No excuses, sorry guys. Sorry. Excuse me. May, excuses, sorry. I just try to get a better view. Do you mind if I step over there to kind of get a few shots? Ooh. I just make it happen like this.
Is that okay? Or do you need someone to move?
No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. Do you mind if I switch with you? Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you hold it for me? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get there and get an amazing shot. Ah! Yeah. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you.
today. That ain't right. Right? So this Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Equal Pay Day, we're here to say that economic justice is reproductive justice.
I'll try this.
Are you able to get them?
Yeah, I'll get this to this one.
Oh shit, it's Katie Couric. It's Katie Couric.
So many other great labor organizations are here to pass the Reproductive Equity Act to mandate abortion coverage for private insurance.
If you don't mind, yeah? Thank you, thank you.
We need to stand together to fight until we're able to access abortion in this country, across the country.
It's okay.
I'm not leaving. I was just
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We know reproductive justice is a human right.
Okay, so we're going to hear from the Revival
Stand up
right now we have all been shaken to our core. We are angry, we are tired, we are worried for our patients, and we are worried for all our members and all healthcare workers who provide abortion care. First, I'd like to tell all OBGYN physicians, abortion providers, and other staff who support women's full access to reproductive health care that we stand with you. Every single service that we provide is life-affirming care, and I commend you for doing the difficult work you do in an environment that often condemns us. As a physician, our responsibilities to patients go far beyond doing no harm. Our responsibility and the collective responsibility of all healthcare providers is ensuring that all patients can access the information and care that they need to ensure their well-being and that of their families. This means ensuring safe, affordable, quality health care for families, including access to abortion. As a pediatric physician, it isn't uncommon for me to encounter patients who have experienced guilt, who have felt a sense of stigmatization, or have struggled after having an abortion. From a healthcare perspective, this also directly impacts women and families' mental and emotional health. When we limit the full spectrum of health care services that directly impact the well-being of our communities and unfairly cast the blame on women, it fosters inequity and limits the protections that we have fought for decades. The fact of the matter is that the actions of the Supreme Court affect much more than just abortion rights. Overturning Roe v. Wade could potentially criminalize people from many states, including my home state of Indiana, just for seeking health care or providing it. Constant regulation of women's bodies, autonomy, reproductive freedom, and access to health care is an issue that all physicians can directly impact. I choose to support a healthcare system that allows us a full access to the healthcare we need so that we can have healthy families and communities. We will not be silent. We will not rest. Our patients deserve better. Our communities deserve better. Our country deserves better. Abortion access is healthcare access. And to say that I am saddened cannot be more of an understatement. We are enraged and we will fight for what is right together.
to be polite. We can just say it. You know what? It's an opportunity. It's a shitty day. I felt terrible today. Right? You did too. I have to pom-poms in my hand. Because it's a good day. It's an opportunity. It's an opening to welcome people into the movement. It's your time. It's your time. We did all this. Come join us. We welcome you. It is your time. Be loud. Follow the leadership of abortion clinics, providers, and the people who have abortions. Here, you know what? Trans rights are inextricable from abortion rights. A word about that. Speakers today have already made really great points about trans and disabled people having abortions too. I wanted to take a moment to also point out how disabled and intersex people are also often sterilized without consent. There are no laws in the United States currently granting reproductive autonomy to these populations. When we talk about the fight for reproductive justice, we must understand that disabled and intersex lives are also disproportionately impacted. I wish you every blessing. God loves you. God loves us. God loves abortion. Thank God for abortion.
actually enact my choice. At that time, in Massachusetts, where I was in school, you couldn't get an abortion at 17 without parental consent. So, without a car, without a job, without a support system in Massachusetts, it took me and my boyfriend almost a month to be able to purchase bus tickets to take a Peter Pan bus to Connecticut to get an abortion pill. It was only 3.5 weeks, but it felt like eternity. The world was moving so fast around me. My roommate was making friends and joining clubs, and I was trying to hold myself together for just a pair of bus tickets. And despite all of the planning and all of the work, and this has us to finally make it to a Planned Parenthood. Thank you. We found out at my appointment that I was a few days too far along, and that we would have to figure out how to come back across state lines for a D&C at a later time. When I first heard what was happening in Texas, I broke down, because I understand from experience exactly how hopeless it feels to be forced to walk through fire to execute a lawful right to choose. And now, with the leaked SCOTUS opinion, I knew I could no longer stay silent, because my experience is the experience of far too many people in this country, and all of our voices have a right to be heard. No one should have to fight for autonomy over their own body. No one should have to cross state lines to get an abortion. Reproductive agency is a human right. We have to stand up to protect access to abortion care for everybody. One more time. It takes so much. The next speaker we have today is Joy Holloway from Planned Parenthood of Greater New York. Wake up! Sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Wake up, all you teachers. Time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what we have to say. Wake up, all you builders. To build a new land. I know we can do it, but we all must lend a hand. The world ain't gonna get no better if we just let it be. I said the world ain't gonna get no better. We have to change it, yes. You and me. Chief Executive Officer of Planned Parenthood. I usually go to work and say I woke up like this, but today I woke up in shock. It's like I was in a time warp. Those lyrics were 47 years ago, and I'm repeating them today, and they apply today. We are at a crisis moment, people. I said we are in a crisis in this moment. This devastating and politically motivated Supreme Court opinion is a roadmap, a cookbook, a how-to dismantle our fundamental rights
to an abortion. Let that sink in. This is not hyperbole. This is not hypothetical. This is not could happen, could not. This is happening, and it's happening now before our very eyes. Right now, our deepest fears are being realized right now. How did you feel when you woke up this morning? This outcome is as dangerous as it is unprecedented, and this will open the floodgates for all of those states that just been itching to take this away, itching to change this. And make no mistake, this is just the beginning. They got a whole list of things they want to do. The next thing is a nationwide ban. You all saw the WAPO article yesterday. Anti-abortion groups and their cronies in Congress have been meeting in secret behind the scenes to plan a national attack on abortion rights. And my notes say, when the Supreme Court rolls it back, come on, y'all. It says if, but we know it's when. The Supreme Court rolls back abortion rights. We know our narrow-minded politician friends are going to try to take power in Washington, and we know they're going to start pulling this apart across the entire country. Is that what we want? I say again, wake up! 26 states are ready to immediately ban abortion. The second Roe is overturned. Not the next week, not the next month, not the next day. The second this decision comes out and Roe is overturned, 26 states like dominoes are going to fall. Are we happy with this? Let me be clear. Abortion bans are designed to deny Black, Latinx, Asian, Indigenous people our right to control our bodies and our futures. These bans disproportionately harm people who are in lower incomes and cannot afford access to health care already. So this is just not make it work. Wake up! Abortion bans are a perpetuation of racism, sexism, misogyny, economic injustice. It's just a sign, and it's the top of a slippery slope, y'all. But let me be clear today. What's this? May 3rd, 2022. Abortion is legal. Abortion is legal. It remains our constitutional right. And thanks to reproductive rights champions across this great state of New York, it is codified in our state constitution here in the state. And while you celebrate and I hear my drummers, this is not a time to rest. This is a time to wake up and to mobilize and to make sure that we let people know that anything less than complete access to an abortion to whomever wants it, whenever we want it, is the only thing that we're going for. Complete access. We here in New York, and I say that proudly, this isn't my home state, but my home state is one of those domino states, so they don't get a call out tonight. Here in New York, we must do everything we can, everything in our power to protect and expand access here for everyone who needs us. And those that are going to, unfortunately, have to travel across state lines, like the young sister that just spoke, so that they can get essential and basic health care, because abortion is health care. Of essential abortion healthcare providers, and we will continue to fight to keep abortion safe, legal, and accessible. We are proud to provide abortion to